Hello everybody. Welcome back to some Skyrim Special Edition. Picking up where we left off last time, we are on our way to Alftand to find an Elder Scroll and do one of the Daedric quests. Well, and I guess advance our main quest as well. Hello. Hey, you. There it is.
Need something?
Huh. Okay. I think we'll actually have a. I'll leave him alone for now. But I do believe that there's actually a quest that we'll have to do for the. Hang on, I'm just trying to find out. There we are. But yeah, we'll also progress the main quest a little bit. Technically, we're skipping a step because we are. Obviously, our main quest is going to says to go and talk to either Esbern or the Greybeard guy, Arnir or something to that effect. And then they would send us to the College of Winterhold. Let's see. We managed to secure the site and hold off any others who may try to steal our discoveries so far, especially those from the College of Winterhold who seem to think the glory of exploring every ruin should be theirs alone. The crew for our expedition is as follows: Sola Trebatius, myself as expedition leader, Umana, my constant companion and bodyguard, Valley, a mage not associated with Winterhold, took some time to find, Endrast, a fellow explorer, some local renown, Yag, I guess, a great brute of a woman, hired to keep the rest of the labor in check, Jadar and Gizar, two Khajiit brothers hired as labor. Need a couple more laborers. Getting through the ice is proving difficult. We set up shelter and scouted the area. The small ruins on the lower plateau of the glacier don't seem connected to the main structure, and we haven't managed to find a way into the tower parapet we found here. Yag mentioned spying a fissure in the glacial wall that may lead into the ruins, so we are going to try and find a way to get down there with the gear. Looks like a storm is coming. Okay, so these guys were clearly here to dig out Alftand, which is good because that means they probably dug out an entrance for us to go in. Gonna go out on a limb and just kind of assume that we're going to probably, based on the shelters being like this, find them all dead. Oh, look at that, there's actually a dead one right here. No real way of knowing which one it is, I guess, but I would, if I don't know, I don't know what a Khajiit's bone structure looks like compared to a human's. Like if they were, okay, so that's where we're gonna come out. Like if a Khajiit was burned, and the only reason I say it might be a Khajiit is because obviously we have houses, and then we have these little shitty tents out here. Although she did say something about yeah, sure, I don't know. I just kind of assumed that the expedition leader was a woman for some reason. I don't know. I guess that, okay, so that's the one that they said probably isn't connected. So actually, I would like to go and take a peek at that one first, since it isn't connected. Here we should be able to get back up well enough. Please don't be locked. The Alftand Ruin Tower. Okay. Got some Dwemer crap. Oh. Put that away a little early, as it turns out. Oh, that was a potion. So they said this doesn't look like it, or that this doesn't connect to the main place, but I mean, if it's a tower from Alftand, it should in some way connect, yeah? You would think? Now, I imagine it doesn't, because otherwise it would be weird for them to bother adding that to the notes there. I mean, if you like managed to dig through some of this ice in here, you might have been able to get to the main ruins that way. Although it looks like that is what they did on this side. I find it hard to believe that the other side is covered in ice up the stairs, and this side was still somehow perfectly clear. Damn it, went too far. There we go. Oh. Okay. Oil. Yeah, I mean, there's no way, right? Like, I guess it could be like a watchtower that's not connected to the main place for some reason. Got some buttons here, which is interesting. Oh. Actually, not even sure how I cast that spell first time. I didn't realize that my finger barely pushed the button. I didn't think that it would have held it long enough to actually charge it. Okay, so we got some pressure plates in here. And we got a door down here with another button. Okay, I'm gonna go back and hit these buttons, because now I'm curious as to what they do. Okay, so they activate the traps. Presumably this would be... Yeah, I don't know why they would have... Yeah, it's the same traps that activate when you step on the pressure plates. I don't know why they would have those traps, though. Like, presumably it would be a... Okay. Are you not going to, Okay. Oh, we got Jorid here. I actually don't remember that name from the book. Shut it off. Yeah, good. Lesser Ward. Okay. Not sure I have that. Not sure I would care enough to actually use it. That way, sure. A little bit more. It was an apprentice log, so. There we go. Necklace of Warmth, eh? Ah, frost resistance by 70%. That's actually really fucking high. Granted, it's been a while since I've actually enchanted, like, the actual resistance on and not just magic. Faldrin. Also don't remember that name from it, so these guys might be completely different. Apparently I caught that one as it was jumping. Funny that it still completed its jump animation even though it was clearly dead before it left the ground, but whatever. Okay, and then this leads outside. Okay. So yeah, who the fuck are those two guys then that I found dead in there? I mean, I guess they could still have been part of the expedition here. No, that's not the map. Yeah, like, I guess they could have still been part of the expedition here. But I don't know. Their names weren't in the book as far as I remember. Not a whole lot in that place either. There we go, the Alftand Glacial Ruins. Okay. Now we will have some more notes. And that I do believe from the expedition to find in here. So I gotta keep my eye out for like more journals or just even maybe pages. Ah, Sulla's journal. We tried to get through Glacier at the top, but we couldn't find any way into that tower parapet Yag spotted in the glacial wall. And construction of a catwalk was finished just in time for a storm to hit. At first we thought to wait it out, but it has only gotten worse. A shift in the glacier took out several of the new laborers. I ordered everyone to quickly move as much of the supplies as we could into the fissure, and we managed to get most of it. One of the hands decided he wasn't going to listen, tried to make it out through the storm, but got blown off the catwalk by a wind. Looks like we are all well and truly stuck in here, but for all that I feel even more driven that I should be the one to uncover the mysteries of this rune. I'm tired of the credit for my work going to the mages or the legion. It will be my name that goes down in the history books for this discovery. It's it's kind of weird that they let you turn the page and it's blank. Is that a chest? It is a chest. Okay, well that doesn't look great. A lot of skeletons here. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of blood, and I don't know if it would be this pronounced.
What is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Gizar. You always try to keep it for yourself. No, there's got to be more scoop. Shut up! Shut up! Don't lie to me, Gizar. You hid it. Always try to steal it from me.
Oh, well that's not... Well, at least we know the Khajiit are still alive, so... I mean, I don't know, that makes it seem like this expedition was here not that long before we arrived, right? Like, if that guy's still alive, that blood looks relatively fresh. I mean... You know what? I'm going to... I honestly, I really don't like the torch. I think it takes up too much space, if I'm being honest. When you're holding it, like, the light it provides is good, but it just blocks so much of your screen. Dwarves V2. Is that glowing? It doesn't look like it, but it's got like a little mark next to it. Research notes. If only Umana would have left one of these dwarven machine creatures intact for me to study. The fact that they almost killed those Khajiit brothers in the middle of the night doesn't mean we couldn't have found a way to disable one. We dragged some stuff in front of the pipes they came out of to stop them from coming back. They are simply fascinating. It is just as Calcimo described in Dwarves V2, their appearance does in fact resemble that of an arachnid. I thought that to be an embellishment given by his source. The inclusion of the soul gem into the design of the apparatus is quite remarkable. It could explain the focus for the lightning that he describes. Oddly enough, it doesn't appear to be the main power source for the apparatus, perhaps some sort of harmonic resonance within the energies contained in the soul gem to bring heat to a small boiler. Too early to say conclusively. That does raise the question of where they get the liquid for the boiler, however. That was strange. I thought I just saw something moving beyond the barred door. It looked vaguely humanoid. I wonder if it could be an undiscovered automaton. I'm going to move my bedroll down here to see if I can catch another glimpse of it. This is all so exciting. God damn it, I keep forgetting that when I'm reading them off of a table. Okay, well I'm going to take this because it has a little mark. Oh yeah, it's definitely glowing. But I still have a feeling that I've already got it. Okay, so... I mean, it could have been one of the sphere things. Like vaguely humanoid. We're in dwarven runes, so it could also be Valmer. The fact that there's a bunch of blood here leading to the door is probably not good, but the door is also closed. And I'm not seeing a way to open it. But I guess... And clearly blocking this pipe at least didn't work. But that's fine. You know what? I'll just keep candlelight on for right now. We should be getting... Ow. We should be getting close to where... we saw the Khajiit guy walking, right? Or slinking away from him, because he was crouched. Like, we should be... maybe even... yeah, right here is where he was. So we should be coming across him soon. The fact that he's apparently hunting down his buddy for skooma probably means that he won't be much for talking to us, but, you know. I really hate that they explode in lightning. Seems unnecessary.
What? Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? And this one wasn't trapped with us? No. Now, ain't this a surprise?
Fucking attack me, and clearly you killed your brother. Okay, so there's the two Khajiit. There's a solution of strength. I see. So he like went rough. He went through his brother's pack to try and find the skooma stuff, an empty skooma bottle. I mean, that's a somewhat unique item, so I'll take it. But Gizar's journal. This one is at his wit's end. I signed Jadar and myself up for this expedition to try and get him clean of the skooma. I brought a small supply to try to bring him down slowly, but the storm has had us trapped in the glacier for weeks. The others have not yet caught on that one with fur should not shake so much from the cold, but I've run out of the little skooma I brought, and Jadar is getting pretty bad. He started hallucinating creatures coming out of the ice and the ruins. The others are starting to think he may be behind Valley's disappearance, but I know he would never do something like that. Well, I mean, killed you, but I mean, somebody going through withdrawal, that was apparently pretty bad, would, you know, they can do a lot. Oh, there's a cup there. I thought it was something that got, like, glitched into the barrel. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? Umana's journal. It's been about a week since Valley went missing, and now Endrast is gone too. We found blood leading over to the barred-off doorway, but Sulla seems to think that they found a way through and that they are trying to cut him out of the discovery. He keeps saying that we need to press on. We've managed to break through into another section of the ruins, an animunculary, where the dwarves would produce their automatons. We learned the hard way that the metal creatures are still alive in there, and it hasn't improved Yeg's mood at all. She holds that the Khajiit brothers aren't involved with the disappearance and has been keeping a hard eye on Sulla. The rations have all but run out, and we are going to have to decide soon whether to brave the storm or try to push further into the ruins. I don't know if the echoes of screams I've heard in my sleep are those of our missing comrades or my own nightmares. Son of a bitch, I forgot to pick it up again. I mean, I feel like if you're hearing screams in the dark, that means that it's got to be Felmer, right? Because, I mean, the automatons here wouldn't bother keeping them alive. I mean, they also wouldn't bother taking them. They'd just kill them where they found them and fuck off, right? Like, yeah, like they wouldn't bother fucking dragging them away at all. I feel like I saw that open, but maybe not. Interesting. Can we... Huh. That's cool. Paying attention, working out for me here. Alright, I think that's it, right? No, good. I wonder what would happen if I taught her the, either candlelight or... I guess she stands fairly far away from me most of the time. So I don't think candlelight would be too useful, but there is another one where you like shoot out a little ball of light and it like sticks to wherever it hits. So I wonder if maybe if I taught her that one, she would just like be... Well, although I don't know how much NPCs care about, you know, being in the dark. So I don't know that she would ever actually use it, because I don't know that that's something that they have them... I mean, I guess they register it kind of, right? Like, they would have to register darkness for stealth, right? Like, it's like, oh, it's dark there, that's why I can't see that person crouched 3 feet in front of me, right? Obviously, as your stealth skill goes up in certain abilities and that, it doesn't matter if it's dark, you can still crouch 3 feet in front of them, but yeah, I guess they would have to register it, but I don't know how much she would actually use it. I'm not even sure if I even have that spell and could teach it to her anyway, so... Flawless Ruby, I can take all that too. I will say I do like this bowl. Like I would use that bowl in real life if I had one. Okay. No, not worth enough. Maybe these mouths would open and they'd shoot fire or something, or shoot poison darts or something, because there is 4 of them staring at more or less the button. So. You know, I think it's... Oh, I was like, what the fuck is coming up on this? I kind of feel like these ones that say worker should kind of be like the, like just passive. Like when they're called workers, like they should just be like passively going around and doing stuff. Like I don't know what work these things are supposed to be assigned to, but they don't seem to be doing anything to like... They're clearly not meant to keep stuff like clean and not caved in. So I think it would be I think it would have been better if like when they called them workers that they were passive and were just like going around to like the different, or they were in like the different caved in areas and they made them look like they were trying to like clean everything up. Like obviously turn hostile if they get attacked, although I guess they're kind of weak. So, because I mean, even at low levels, you can usually kill them in 1 or 2 hits. So, maybe it wouldn't have made too much of a difference, but, or maybe it would have made them too easy to kill. Although I guess on higher difficulties, I mean, like on higher difficulties, your companions will do more damage than you. Because on higher difficulties, your damage is... Because I think on higher difficulties, it isn't so much that the enemies are doing or are taking less damage. I think that the modifier, based on what I've seen and heard, the modifier actually gets placed on you. And it's not that they're taking less damage, it's that you're doing less damage, which I realize sounds like the same thing, but it's an important distinction, because what that means is that when you have a companion with you, like Braylina, wherever she is, probably behind the giant ice golem, they will still do full damage. Like if we're playing on easy, I don't actually know, I think we're on like normal, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But like if you're playing on easy and your companion does... which is why I feel the companions seem useless the lower your difficulty. Because, like, let's say you have a companion that does 100 damage on normal, right? And you do 100 damage on normal to a bandit or something. I don't know. If you then up the difficulty to hard or something, uh, and you fight the same bandit, your companion will still do the 100 damage to them, but you'll do like 80 damage or something, like less anyway. And then obviously the higher your difficulty, the more pronounced that becomes. Okay, so wait though, because if that's the case, then that should be able to. Oh, okay, that's where it was. All right. I was like, that should have been able to push me off though. So where was it? But I got it. Okay, I'm just gonna check here. Umana's journal, Gizar's journal, research notes. Okay. And Sulla's journal. Okay, so we do have one more journal to find, but it is in here. I just wanted to make sure that we got them all before we moved on, and we did. There actually isn't too much in here. We'll actually get one of our things for a vault. Well, a couple technically, because we'll get the Elder Scroll, obviously. But I doubt that we'd be able to get rid of it right now, because like, or to put it there right now, because obviously it's involved in the main quest and everything. Although come to think of it, I don't know. Okay, so that's clearly spawning stuff above me. Oh, here's Endrast. He's in tattered clothes though for some reason. I mean, was he? I don't think he was one of the workers, was he? He was Endrast the maid? I don't know. Maybe I'll look in the book, because I think they did give him. Well, I mean, he clearly wasn't one of the laborers. The only laborers that got named in the book that we read were the two Khajiit. Who is Endrast? A fellow explorer. Okay. So yeah, if he's an explorer, he should have had like at least some kind of armor. The eyeless creatures took us in our sleep. I don't know what happened to the Khajiit brothers. We never saw them in the cell. I managed to pick the lock and we made a break for it, but got split up. Sulla yelled something about not leaving without finding what he came here for, and Umana chased after him. Yeg and I tried for the top of the cave shaft, but one of the ramps was broken. Without a hesitation, she grabbed me by the scruff of my neck, threw me atop the ledge, and told me to run. And I did. I didn't even look back. I just ran like a coward. I could hear her fighting them, and I just had to get away. I didn't even notice the arrow in my shoulder till I hit here. Those metal creatures are still all around me, and I'm too terrified to even move. 8 divines, please just take me now. Well, I mean... Oh, wait, is that... No, that's a lockpick. I was going to say, is that a dagger next to him? Maybe he just took himself. Alright, so yes, Falmer then, just as suspected, because, you know, it is a dwarven rune. They tend to go together. I actually can't think. There very well could be one, and there could very well be one that we've already done as well. Of a dwarven rune that doesn't have Falmer in it, and I realize that like there is lore reasons for the Falmer to be present in the dwarven runes as much as they are, but I still feel like there's got to be like some kind of some dwarven runes somewhere, right? That isn't infested with Falmer. I'm not even gonna bother getting the eggs because I have like 300 of them or something back in my fucking house. So, oh, and then here's where he. Okay, so I imagine he ran this way and dropped down there, maybe. Okay, well let's avoid the spinny blades, not just for my own sake, but for Braylina coming up behind me because they do a lot of damage. I think I've said that before. They do a fuck ton of damage, those things. And if they can fuck me up, they can definitely fuck her up. So I'm going to assume that at some point we end up going back or finding the other side of that that other door where the first one went missing. We moved her bedroll down there because she saw something humanoid. I'm assuming we'll end up on the other side of that door once we get through here. Because, like, obviously, if we haven't come across... Although, I guess there was chorus eggs, but... No chorus. Excuse me? Oh, it's also... for some reason, I forgot that I had my candlelight equipped, and I was like, oh, I'll just cast my incinerate spell, but... Nope. It's just more chorus eggs, but we're seeing some Falmer construction now with that fence, so... Ah, come on. Oh, no, too far. There we go. Oh, see, like that. That made it, like, that there looked like it was, like, working on something here. So, I mean, they should have done that more, right? Made them more passive. Or like, because, like, even, or just made their aggro radius, like, really small. Although, I guess some of these that we've come across, like, the last few of the ones that were labels as workers, we did have to get, like, right up on them for them to aggro to us, so maybe they did, but... Got a skelly screw here with the locked room, which I do believe is a lock-picking skill book, which, oh yeah, our lockpick. So we must have had it, even though it claims we didn't, because otherwise it, ooh, a master lock chest. Because otherwise it would have, give us a skill point up, since our lockpicking isn't maxed out. Oh, come on, look at how close that was. Damn it. I don't know how lockpicking works in real life, but I feel like if you got that close, it would give it to you. Granted, I could know how lockpicking works in real life. I do keep, for some reason, I keep getting suggested, what is it, the lockpicking lawyer or something on YouTube. I keep getting, like, videos of his suggested to me, and I don't know why. I haven't, like, I've never looked up anything about lockpicking or anything like that. So it's a little weird that they just started suggesting that to me, but where the fuck are we going? Because I had to open that door. That door's dead. I guess we're just going down further then. But I mean, that's... Oh, this must be where she threw him up here? There's no fucking way. That's... No. I mean, I'm assuming we're supposed to drop off here, but, like, there's no fucking way that she threw him all the way up there. Yeah, Gortwad, sure. Like, I mean, there's no way. Granted, he wasn't a very big person, but I mean... Bullshit. Look at that. Look at that. There's no fucking way that you're tossing somebody up that high. Like, you would have to be as big as that fucking Atronach to throw somebody that high, and even then... I would still question it, like... Especially, like, by the scruff of his neck, like, there's no fucking way. I call bullshit, but... Whatever. I mean, would it have really been that hard to make it a little bit more believable? See, now the fact that there's Falmer here and not up there makes sense, because we don't really see the Falmer climbing like the fucking goblins in Lord of the Rings. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't be able to get up into the rest of the ruins that we just were at. Do not know what all the explosions are. Oh, apparently there's a tripwire there that I missed. So does that mean that she summoned that Atronach way down here? Okay. Oh, I was like, why do I feel like I'm getting zapped by something like behind me or something? It's because I was. I was not expecting that. And that guy stood in the fire until he died. That was brilliant of him. And there's a skeever down here. Not that that's really a surprise that a rat made it down here, but you know. Okay, and what's down there? I mean, I still see more Falmer down there, but I have a feeling that we're going around to get down there, not just supposed to drop off the massive thing. Although technically I could do that and survive. I do have my Become Ethereal show, which lets me survive any fall that isn't greater than or that doesn't take longer than the show lasts for, but I think I've got 2 or 3 words for it, so. Oh, Braylina finally caught up. Or it just let me hear her voice for some reason, which would be weird. Alright, I think I'm going to switch back to Incinerate now that we've got 2 Falmer, because they tend to have, even though they're blind, they do. Ooh, she's a little bit hurt, so let's do this.
Thanks.
Since they do tend to be more lit up in the areas with Falmer, which is a little weird. Once again, blind, don't know why they would need the light. Although I guess also dwarven ruins, so. Oh, so I guess it's not like all the lights are theirs, but they do still tend to, or seem to gather in the more lit up areas of the dwarven ruins, which is a little weird, but okay. I mean, I had some red markers here. Oh, it looks like I actually got a Falmer with, although its sword isn't equipped, which does lead me to believe a little bit that he wasn't killed by me and that he was just a placed body. Because generally, you know, they have swords equipped when they're hostile and going to kill you. You know, the burn effect after like you've set them on fire doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Like after like I hit him with that, I could see him on fire, but outside of like the initial hit of the fire, it didn't, like, his health didn't seem to be moving, which is weird. Okay. I'll pick food. I guess we could have came that way and avoided the flame jets. I don't. Okay, there she is. I was like, I don't know where Braylina is, and it does worry me when we're in like dwarven ruins with all these traps, because I'm not 100% sure that she can't die from like traps in that, like, because like I was always under the impression that it's like if you had a companion, the only way they could actually die is if you yourself killed them. Because like I've never seen one die outside of that, you know. But then like I keep reading things where it's like, oh no, they unless they're marked as whatever, they can die. But I guess one of the main reasons why I haven't seen that is because for the most part, okay, I don't know why the Falmer seem to be collecting ears, their own ears. Is I guess for the most part is once they go down, any enemies that are attacking them do tend to change their aggro to you like immediately. So they just kind of like stop hitting them. Scylla's pack, eh? Guess I'll take that egg since it's, I don't know. Here's Valley. That would be the first one taken. Still don't know why the Falmer would change them into these, because I have to assume that they weren't down here. Or maybe that's just to indicate that, you know, it's been a while since they've been down here, so like their clothes became ragged, I guess, maybe. I guess I could see that. Grass pod, lockpick, hawkbeak, cure wounds, tender. Oh no, I didn't want the quill. Feathers, nightshade, flower, flower, flower. Nope, didn't want the cup. Still took it for some reason. Oil, pearl, soldier and fragment. I'll take. Don't know why I like collecting them, but I do. Wine, empty skooma bottle. Once again, somewhat unique item. Oh wait, does he have like actual skooma here too? Look at that. Pine thrush egg. See, now the fact that there's blue mage robes here and a merchant's hat, right? That leads me to believe that they took these clothes off of one of the people they captured. But once again, I don't know why they would bother putting them in different clothes if that's the case. You know, like, because like obviously they're eating them, or it seems to be eating them. So I mean, it makes sense to strip away the clothes, but then I don't get why they would then be in. Oh wow, this guy died from not us. Maybe Scylla made a break for it. But like that doesn't explain why they would then redress them in different clothes, you know? I don't even know where the hell this Shadow Master Ow came from, though. Or that spider, come to think, you know. Since it showed up, I don't know where the fuck it came from either. Longfin. Poisons. Okay. Are clearing through this rune. I think it might be that once we reach Blackreach, it will be the end of this part. It could very well be over an hour already. I don't know. I feel like we have been in here for quite a while, but since last week's videos were shorter, I feel like I should at least get to Blackreach in this part. Also, I don't know if that sound is something to do with just my, like me, or if you guys are getting that staticky sound as well, but I'm not. I think it might have been in the game. Maybe a combination. No, because it's coming back. I feel like that trap's fairly obvious. Can really do a good job hiding that, but I guess if somebody's running, they might not. Oh, now we're going into the cathedral. Alright.
I'm right behind.
Oh, good God. Alright, let's see. We just entered this area. How long have we been going? Oh, well, we've only been going for like 40 minutes. Not even an hour yet. Alright. Still feel like when we reach Blackreach, it'll be the end of the part, because, like, we are, like, I don't know how big these runes are, but they're definitely fucking huge. Some more ears. Probably have a bunch of those back at the house, too, but... Okay. So, we haven't found Sully. Like, we haven't found Sully yet, right? Oh, one-handed increased to 93. Getting there. Almost to 100. It's one of those ones that probably wouldn't be a horrible one to make legendary, because, like, obviously it's going to go up again since I'm using one-handed weapons, but I mean, at the same time, I would then lose all of my perks and that I have with it, and just it's going up raises the damage of my axe, period. Although at the same time, since we're like we are clearing everything, including the DLCs, it may not be a bad idea to like just like depower myself every once in a while. I don't know how often it would depower though, because like we've cleared a decent chunk of the map already. Like we've cleared over half the map, and we still haven't hit level 100 once. So probably wouldn't be overly worth it to do it. Like it might make fights a little more interesting, but I don't think that first person melee combat is all that interesting in the first place, just based on it being first person, you know? Okay. Sure. I feel like these rocks should be something special. Okay, so this seems to be a worthless little side room there. Okay, that's a weird little side room that you can go through. Big mushrooms, glowy rocks, can't do anything with either of them. Anything else up here? Flawless diamond. Alright, let's open up this. Ow. Got the ballista there, ready to fire. No, that's not worth it. Especially not. I really have to be careful for what I take because, like, our weight here can build up pretty freaking quickly, considering that we're going we've went through how many areas of this already, and then we still have the and we still have Blackreach to go through before we'll be able to go out, because I'm pretty sure you can't fast travel to Blackreach. Maybe you can, because it is considered an outdoor space for the purposes of the optional boss that's down there, I guess. I would imagine that's why it's considered an an outdoor space, because like you can use like clear skies and storm call and stuff like that in there when you can't use it in other places that are indoors or other caves and that. And it is a big area. So yeah, I mean, maybe. And I mean, like I said, there is one quest down there that's somewhat annoying because you have to search so much of the area, which isn't horrible because it's like I love exploring stuff.
Sulla, let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself. Is someone
Hello?
there?
Ha! Found you.
Victory
Oh.
is yours. I submit.
Oh wow, she kicked his ass apparently. Although I don't know why. Hey, you. So he got feared then? Imperial Sword of Shocks, and then just some Imperial stuff. So there's Sulla. And then wasn't Umana here supposed to be his bodyguard? Also here it is, Targe of the Blooded. When bashing, does 3 points of bleeding damage for 5 seconds. So that is actually our vault item. After that, we'll actually only have one more shield that we need. So we can unlock that. It's a master level lock. And Kinnereth. And actually, come to think of it, because we can open that, and then this should take us up to that spot that we saw. And that thing that we passed by is how we get into Blackreach. By the way. But yeah, that opens up here. So we'll head into Blackreach next time. And and here I was being careful about what I picked up. I completely forgot that we had that. Also, we never came around to the other side of that locked off area. I imagine you must be able to somehow, but I don't know how. Okay, so we got the Targe of the Blooded can go there. And that's all that we got for in here, right? I need to make myself some more arrows. I didn't think I'd use that many, but it got barely any left. Yeah, that's it. All right. So that'll be it for this part then. Next part, we'll head into Blackreach proper, because we'll be able to just pop in the whatever that the guy gave us. And yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Thursday for Blackreach.